today.
From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Tennessee Titans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 22 and a first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3. Right back to Spears. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Levis on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 2nd down and 3. Here's Pollard again. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Second and goal from the 1. Now here's Pollard, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Second and 13.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll set up a throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
First carry for Najee Harris.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1 back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 2. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now Levis.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 71 yards.
And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
First and 10. Here's Levis.
Flush to his right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Back to throw, it's Levis. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Levis on 3rd and 1.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Giants. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary.
Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this AFC title game.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out and feel charged up and ready to go.
after here coming up. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Levis looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Pollard. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Levis sets up to throw here.
And this is caught by Williams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Levis back to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now Pollard.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run with Pollard.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 5. Going to run again here with Pollard.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll run. Here's Pollard. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tony Pollard saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Titans have taken the lead here now in the 4th quarter of this championship game.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Levis will try to throw for the 2.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So now the Steelers down by 5, 2:23 to play. A field goal won't help. They need a touchdown to send them to the Super Bowl as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just kind of a wing and a prayer there. This ball's kind of up for grabs, but they're at a point where they have to live with that. And fortunately, this one winds up incomplete.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
He'll look to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as to understand where they are on the field?
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have the Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So this defense,
and I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it.
Got a man, that's Ward. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 1st down. Here's Levis.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in an evenly contested AFC title game, that very likely was the kick that'll send them to the Super Bowl.
And that's why you and I are up in the booth. Can't even imagine the pressure he was under right there. I mean, that's a career definer. And he stepped up and calmly put it through the uprights.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And the AFC champion has been crowned. Onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, will see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.